Hey brother! Cameron, I really liked a lot of what you talked about last week. I would even argue copying another artist's stylistic choices is a really great place for artists to start from. So if we agree that the stylistic choices is a great starting off point, where does the line between theft and inspiration become much more thin? Good intention, good execution, Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is a cartoon show about a mad scientist named Rick and his bumbling idiot of a grandson, Morty. Most obvious comparison? Back to the Future. But the show also draws on other science fiction influences. The Fly, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, and even H.G. Wells with shots of Cthulhu plastered all over the opening of the show. Rick and Morty purposefully use the pop culture surrounding science fiction. It hooks us in with banality in the form of burps and weird Cronenberg monsters. At the same time, it keeps us hooked by answering deep philosophical questions about morality, the nature of reality, and whether or not Mr. Poopy Butthole was a part of the family in the first place. Rick and Morty goes a long way to recognize its roots while at the same time furthering the genre it's a part of. Good intention, poor execution. That 80s Show. That 80s Show was a sitcom inspired by the original show, That 70s Show. Starring Glenn Howerton from before his days on Always Sunny, we see a show trying to emulate the same kind of nostalgia but with far less grace. 80s shows seem to take all of the basic sitcom tropes that we became accustomed to and wrap it in this really weird fake sheen of 80s references ad nauseum. That 70s Show wasn't always subtle with its 70s references, but at least it seemed to be a show that was about something set in the 70s, whereas That 80s Show was a show about the 80s. Like, we get it. Ponytails were on the side, cell phones were really big. Poor intention, good execution. SoFlo. SoFlo is a YouTube channel that gained much of its success from taking the content of other creators, posting it on its own YouTube channel without permission. For the sake of time, I'm going to refer you to H3H3 Productions, a great channel by the way. Essentially, we have someone who's been taking the content of others, posting it on his own channel without permission, and making money off of it. Now, he started to give credit where credit is due, but with less than dubious results. I mean, it's good execution because the guy has 2 million subscribers. Whether or not you like the content, that's a whole other matter. Poor intention, poor execution, Ice Ice Baby. For anyone watching this born in the early 2000s, Ice Ice Baby was a song by famed mannequin come-to-life rapper Vanilla Ice. Vanilla sampled the bass line from the famous Queen David Bowie tune Under Pressure without permission or consent. When asked about it, he said that he changed a note in there so that it was different, but when a lawsuit was filed, he ended up settling out of court for an undisclosed amount. And while correlation doesn't always equal causation, the controversy definitely had a large impact on Vanilla Ice's career after that. What do you think? Is there a clear difference between inspiration and creative theft, or is it all just a wash of he said, she said? Speaking of Rick and Morty, Cameron, have you watched that show yet? Or what about Serial Podcast, or H3H3 Productions, or even House of Cards? What about Breaking Bad? Okay, I know you watched Breaking Bad, but it seemed like it took you a really long time to sit down and actually watch that show. My question this week is, why is it that people love recommending things but fail so hard when it comes to actually following through with the recommendations of others? Okay, I'll start. I haven't seen The Walking Dead. I've never watched The Wire. The only scene from The Sopranos that I've seen is the very last scene. I haven't watched more than 2 consecutive episodes of Modern Family, and it took me months to sit down and watch Parks and Rec, which is a shame because that show's really good. I think there are a number of things that are happening here, and I'm genuinely interested in what your opinion is, but I'm only going to talk about one thing. The internet. The internet has made everything worthless. It's the first tool mankind has had that gives us a real taste of instant gratification. Want to watch a video of Elmo dancing to Rihanna's work? Google it. Want to watch a video about a guy sexually attracted to horses? Google it. Want to spend hours of your time down the Wikipedia sinkhole? Go for it. We actually have access to whatever we want, whenever we want it. From a purely economic standpoint, the problem is simple. The value of something is directly correlated with the supply of that product. There's just too much content. Between Amazon and Netflix and Hulu and YouTube, the value of a person's recommendation is about as inflated as a post-World War Weimar Republic mark. That's why streaming services are doing so well. They allow us to know what's good and great and the freedom to come back to something when we can jump on the bandwagon without being run over by it. What do you think, Cameron? Is there really something more to why people don't always listen to other people's suggestions in a timely fashion, or is it just like a matter of time in the day? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and Cameron, I love you.